celebrating the special occasion of Mia's Bat Mitzvah. It has taken months of planning, mainly done by our mom, who seemed to find time to organize the Bat Mitzvah, even with work, 2 children who need endless lifts and reminders, and our 3rd child. Don't worry, Dad, it's not you. It's actually our new little puppy, Charlie, who is very cute, but needs a lot of hard work. So thank you, Mom. It was definitely worth it, and I'm sure Minz, even with her forgetful memory, will remember this day forever. Now onto the girl, and our woman of the moment, Mia. Minz, you're a truly unique person, and honestly, believe it or not, I do love you. You're loved by everyone you meet, and your smile is truly contagious. You and I are completely different, which could be the cause of our endless disagreements. Although often I get at school, you and your sister are the exact same, which I don't understand, because I found that you have your own character and personality. And this includes being obsessed with heels, tight short dresses and makeup, which up until the other day, I didn't know any of. Mims, I think it's great that you have your own style and you aren't worried to ask for advice. Anyways, Mims, even if we are different, and just like most siblings, we do fight, and in our case, we fight a lot, I would just like to tell you that I will be there for you through thick and thin, and no matter what people say, you're a beautiful girl. And on that note, I would like to call out my stunning-looking sister to present her Devar Torah. Good morning, Mom, Dad, Nicola, Steph, Gaga, family, and friends. Welcome to my Bat Mitzvah celebration. We have a new addition to the family. Her name is Charlie, and she is a 12-week-old toy poodle. And the first time I practiced my Devar Torah in front of her, she fell asleep. So I hope that won't happen today with you. When a girl reaches the age of 12 years, which for me was 2 weeks ago, she is recognized in the Jewish tradition as becoming Bat Mitzvah. She becomes a Jewish woman and becomes responsible for her own actions and decisions. Bat Mitzvah means daughter of commandment. The word Bat means daughter in Aramaic, which was the spoken language of the Jewish people from about 500 BCE. The word Mitzvah means commandment. And in this week's parasha, Parasha Yitro, we read about Hashem giving us the Torah and the 10 Commandments to the Jewish people. The first 5 commandments are about you and Hashem. The second 5 are about you and others. I have been reading through the 10 Commandments and trying to decide which of the commandments is the most difficult to keep. Could it be the first mitzvah, to believe in God? We have learned about evolution. We read about the hatred and suffering around the world, on the internet and in newspapers, and sometimes this makes it difficult to believe in God. For me, there is so much good and beauty in the world, and I believe that most things happen for a reason. So for me, this is not the most difficult commandment to keep. How about to honor your father and mother? I will speak about my parents a little later. But for the most part, let us just say this commandment is relatively easy. The 4th commandment, to keep Shabbat, has its own challenges. While I enjoy going to shul on a Friday night, a good part of that is the social aspect, the dressing up and putting on makeup, the little bit I allowed. The truth is that there is nothing better than family time. So as I go up, if I choose to keep Shabbat, I think I'll find this a rewarding experience, though I am not sure how I would survive without texting. You shall not lie, the 9th commandment. This may have been a little tricky to observe growing up. From a young age, I thought I could keep a straight face while telling a fib, though somehow my parents just always knew. Maybe it's because I am the naughty one in the family, relative to my sister anyway. What I have learned though is that telling the truth and admitting our errors and saying sorry is actually, in an odd way, quite rewarding and uplifting. So which is the most difficult commandment to keep? For me, it is the last one, commandment number 10. Thou shalt not covet. The commandment says you shall not covet your friend's beautiful home, or his wife, servant, ox, donkey, or anything that belongs to your friend. Or in my words, don't desire your friend's beautiful home, her hot boyfriend, her high heels, or high marks at school, her dad's speedy sports car, her dream holiday, or anything that is hers. It's one thing not to steal stuff, commandment number 8, but not even to desire it. That's got to be the hardest of all, especially being a kid at Mariah. Really now, isn't God being a bit unreasonable? Is he being realistic? Surely he doesn't think we're angels. So allow me to do what all good Jews do and answer a question with another question. Why does the text of this commandment first list a variety of objects, like house, wife, servant, etc., and then still finds it necessary to add, and all that belongs to your friend? There is a very important life lesson in what the Torah is saying. Don't only look at the specifics. If you do, there is probably little chance of the commandment being fulfilled. The key is to look at the overall picture. It makes this difficult commandment easier. Most of us tend to assume that the grass is greener on the other side, but nobody has it all. There's a folk story about a group of villagers who formed a circle, and each individual opened his backpack, revealing his most precious possessions for all to see. They walked around the circle of open backpacks, and everyone had the opportunity to choose whichever one they wanted. In the end, each villager chose his own backpack. We each carry a backpack through our life, with puzzles of successes and problems, our own little bundle of sorrows and good luck. Nobody has it all. When we actually see with our own eyes what others' lives are all about behind closed doors, what's really inside their backpack, we will feel grateful for our own life and happy to choose our very own life with all its ups and downs. If we are wise enough to realize that we have got to look at the whole picture, then this difficult commandment becomes easier to observe. Are you not yet convinced? That's okay, neither am I. And that's why it is such a difficult commandment. As part of my Bat Mitzvah, I attended the Dover High Shul's Bat Mitzvah Club. We learned many different concepts relating to becoming Bat Mitzvah, including lighting the candles on Shabbat, keeping kosher, honoring your parents, charity, and the Friday night Shabbat service. My favorite was performing the mitzvah of baking challah. Though my first attempt was not quite edible, I still hope to make challah like my granny Steph, who is a real pro. We have made challah together every Friday morning. I am so lucky to have my two grannies, Gaga and Steph, here today. They have been staying with us since the beginning of December. Since then, my dad seems to be very busy at work and has to leave early in the morning and come home late at night. It must be a coincidence. I also love baking with Gaga. We have made rusks and fudge which taste delicious, and I love making it with her. Gaga loves swimming, and so do I. Gaga, it was great doing laps with you at the gym the other day. Since the grannies have been with us, we have not stopped playing cards, especially Rummy. Grannies, I love our chats over Skype and sending you photos and videos during the year. I love you both so much. My Hebrew name is Svia. It means a female deer. I was named after my grandfather on my mother's side. His name was Harold, or Svi in Hebrew. My parents tell me that I have inherited his sporting genes. He was a great tennis player, golfer, and an avid Maccabi supporter, and went to the Maccabi games 5 times. My other grandfather, Mont, was also a very good sportsman. He loved to party, and some of you will remember the legendary parties at the Met in Cape Town, just a little bit before my time. I am so sorry that Mont is not well enough to be here today. Like both my grandfathers, I love to play sport rather than going to school. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for showing me all the Jewish traditions. I have wonderful memories of all our Shabbats spent with family and friends, and all the Yom Tovs too. I will treasure them forever and continue our traditions when I'm an adult with my own family. The Friday nights after Shabbat dinner, when the four of us play cards together, could not be beaten. I would also like to say a huge thank you to you both for the kids' party I shared with Zoe and Tay last Monday and for today's function. Mom, thank you very much for schlepping me backwards and forwards, which you do a lot. You are always so organized, way in advance. You are my superhero because you do anything and everything for me. When I need your help, you are always there for me. I really appreciate that, and hopefully in the future I'll help you more and more. Even though we don't always see eye to eye, it doesn't make me love you any less. You are such an incredible mom, and I couldn't ask for anyone better than you. Dad. Dad, where do I start? You're the funniest and most embarrassing dad I know. Thanks so much for making me laugh when I am down by telling me your hilarious jokes that only I understand and appreciate. Also, thank you for working so hard for me so I can go shopping, which I love, and like you. My favorite memory was when we went shopping as a family in the city, looking for my bat mitzvah dress. You made me try on some ridiculous dresses that Mom wouldn't let me buy, not in a million years. I love it when we go on family holidays, and you'll keep us active from the moment the holiday starts to the day we get back. Mom always feels like she needs another holiday when we get back. Who in their right mind flies to Israel via text, and then, before going to our hotel, we quickly slip in Mini Israel and the Tank Museum before heading up to the north at 7:30 a.m. the next morning. P.S. Dad, when you are finished with writing Maccabi, Mom has a few chores lined up for you at home. Nick, you are the best older sister, and I couldn't ask for anyone better than you. We have so many funny moments together. Even though we fight a lot, and I mean a lot, and you always win, I still love you to the moon and back. I love the dances you taught me from Talent Quest and dancing lessons. Well, guess what? Now I can teach you my dances from Talent Quest too. Nick, I admire how you think of others who are less fortunate than us, and how last holidays you attended the Friendship Circle and looked after a special needs boy. I also admire how you participate in everything, and I mean everything at school. Thanks also for letting me close from time to time. Lately, I have been so lucky to have so many surprises, one of which was my Auntie Lulu and cousin Lola coming all the way from America. I had the biggest surprise when I arrived home from Carney, and there they were, sitting on the couch. I thought I was imagining that they were there. I love you both so much, and thank you for coming. Yay. Thank you to all my uncles and aunts, cousins, and other extended family for all their good wishes they have sent from every continent. I often dream about us all living in one city together, and Lulu and Lola have reminded me of what that might feel like. A special thank you to my Auntie Lita, who designed and made my bat mitzvah invitations. Many of you will know, as part of the Matana program at school, I have chosen to contribute to Lifestyle. It is a charity that provides assistance to families who have children with special needs, which is very close to my heart. Thank you again for sharing my simcha with me, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of your morning. And happy birthday to Fran.